Alright, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Call Loyam La Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Harakakadash. Call Loyam La Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Harakakadash. Call Loyam La Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Harakakadash. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, whom I'm learning this truth from every single day. Also, I want to give a strong and mighty shalom to the 144,000, the elect men, women, and children of the nation of Israel. Peace, blessings, and salutations be to you, brothers and sisters, and to the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I want to give you a strong and mighty shalom too as well, okay? And the name of this lesson today is going to be the real red versus blue, okay? The real red versus blue. All right, which is going into the Democratic and Republican party. Okay, and I just want to say this real quick. They have given the whole world the narrative of the the color scheme, between the Bloods and the Crips, and our people have taken that and they ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Calling them thugs and gangsters and hooligans and, murderers, ignorant men, and women or whatnot. And they are, but Esau Edom is the one who created those, you know what I'm saying, who's pushed those heavy into society. And he's kind of like the culprit behind all the world's ills, so to speak, right? The world's wickedness. Okay, and I want to get this real quick. I believe it's in Daniel, the 7th chapter. Is what I want to get. Let's see, Daniel 7 and you're hanging there with me. I didn't have any precepts lined up, but we'll get it. All right, let's go here. Daniel 7 and 19. It says, "Then I will know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others," okay, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth of iron and his nails of brass, which devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue at his feet. And verse 20, "And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom the 3 fell," okay, and this is going into that it's kind of like that the Roman Empire time, and going into that the time of all the way into America, so to speak, because the 3 top countries, when it talks about the 3 that fell, the 3 top countries were the French, the Spanish, and Great Britain, which we all know America is nothing but an extension of Great Britain. But yeah, this is what it's talking about, you know what I'm saying? And it says "and a mouth that speak very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows," right? And I actually want to go up a little bit, because it mentions something particular here. It talks about the little horn, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Salakia, I'm kind of looking for it. Let me type it in. I know it's probably right in front of my face, but I just can't see it. Give me a sec. Little horn. Okay, 7 and verse 8, right? I was right there. And it says, "I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn." Right? This is a representation of America, because America is a revised version of the Roman Empire, right? That second leg, okay, so to speak. The beast whose wound was deadly healed, whose deadly wound was healed. Salaki. And it says, "I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. Behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. And that mouth speaking great things goes back into what the lessons on the real red versus blue. You know what I'm saying? The Democratic and Republican Party. Okay, because they make it seem like they give these different narratives where they make it seem like they're against. One side is against the people and one side is for the people, but it's really not true. They both are working in tandem. Both are working together. Okay. Let's go get that out of Revelation, the 13th chapter. Slack, yeah. Gotta check something there. Alright, and it says, if I had to turn on my notifications. Slack, yeah. And it said, and I beheld another beast coming up out of earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast, right? All the power of the ancient Roman Empire, right? He brought in all the pagan holidays, all the pagan ways, right? And it says, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, right? And that when it said he had when it said and basically this is a representation of America, right? Like I said before, this is an extension of Great Britain. When it says, and I beheld another beast, right? Another kingdom, another nation coming together, right? So to speak. And it says, coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, right? That 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And those 2 horns represents the 2 political structured parties, okay, which is Democratic and Republicanism, so to speak. Okay, and I wanted to just say that because our people don't understand the law Yahweh Shema Shai, right? Because in the law it tells you, I believe it's Deuteronomy, the 17th chapter. Let's go there real quick. Okay. Okay, Slakia, real quick. I'm looking for this particular verse. I believe this is it right here. When I'm looking for Deuteronomy 17 and 14, it says, when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me, right? When you're coming into the land, you're going to get a king over you. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren thou shalt set king over thee. Thou shalt not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother, right? And so these people, our elders, fought for like voting rights, so to speak, right? Going back into that Democratic and Republican Party bullcrap, right? They fought for voting rights and equality, which was all a sham. They was, lied to, duped, swindled, bedazzled, bamboozled, whatever. It was all a sham, man. Believing in the government, the power structure, the system, it's all a lie. Okay? When the Lord told you, don't set another king over you, that is not one that not only did the Lord choose, but that is not of your brethren. That's not of your brethren, so to speak. Okay. So these two parties are playing mind control on the people, man. And what they did over time is had people change. People go against the people, right? Because it talks about let's go get that out of Matthew 20:12 and 25, I believe. And it says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So that's the whole point, man. These the dividing of the nations, and that's ultimately what the Lord wants to do. The Lord wants everybody to come up against Babylon the Great and burn up with fire. And it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. There's nothing we could do about it. We're just men here, vessels on the earth, women, children here, vessels on the earth, are waiting to receive salvation, so to speak. Lord willing, we're part of the hopeful elect. So that's all. All I really wanted to say. I didn't really have any precepts set up. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau is always demonizing our people, which there are, demons, on our people, heavy spirits, on our people, that have them, causing them to err. And ultimately, it's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai that is having this happen to our people. So I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm over here at the plantation still. The spirit was on me just to come over here and talk about this. The real red versus blue. That's the the title of the video, so to speak. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, I want to say call Loyam La Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Harakakadash. Call Loyam La Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Harakakadash. Call Loyam La Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Harakakadash. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Kwam Yasha Allah. Wa Baba Ba, Wa La Rachama, to all those who oppose Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Give a double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who to teach well, and wishing a strong and mighty shalom to the Israelites, the Gentiles scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who are the Israelite foreigners. Wishing you guys a strong and mighty shalom, and peace, blessings, and salutations be to the 144,000 elect men, women, and children of the nation of Israel. Shalom.